And we are live. There we
There you
go.
go. Wow, what an intro.
Did you like my fancy countdown, Matt?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, it was long, but good. A
Yes.
celestial
So Peter,
journey on the way here.
I didn't actually say like let's get ready, anything like that. I just
Yes.
triggered countdown and stopped talking. So hopefully we're all ready.
Yeah, we are.
Yes. Welcome everyone to another great instance of Tana current in the middle
Yeah.
of the night
Friday
for
night.
Americans. So we go on.
Friday night version for me, yes, regular or 8:30 on a Friday night. So it's kind of fun time, having fun time.
That's
Or
perfect.
wind down for the week. So this is a nice way to do it.
Do you have a glass of wine out of frame that you're not showing us?
I have a tea, which is kind of a little bit of a letdown.
That's equally good.
But that'll do, right? Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So what are we doing today, Matt?
Yeah, we're going to run through the things we have been working on, things that have just shipped, as well as Ingrid's going to come in and talk through some of the things that we are currently exploring, and also finish off with a few of the new things to come, which should be good as well. Have I missed everything?
Amazing.
Or missed anything?
Yeah, probably. We go through the community, what's been happening, all the things.
Yes. Yeah, all the standard stuff.
You know, it's a good thing that it's the morning for me and I'm super energetic. I'm going to balance this out somewhere in the middle like this.
Are you saying I'm too low key? I feel like I'm working my way into it.
You are. No, this is good. All right, so let's just get cracking. Let's get through this.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring the chat up so I can see it. So if you have something you want to say, now is the time. Let me just see it here. All right. It's beginning to look a lot like... What is it beginning to look a lot like, Matt?
Well, yes, close to Christmas.
Right. Okay.
What'd you say, Brage?
Tana current. I thought that was...
Tana current. Yes, that's what it's looking like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's... No more fun and games. On our screen. Okay, so this is the agenda for today, and I'm going to start with this. This is a fun fact. There's nothing to do with Tana. There's no teasers or anything in here. So, so this here is my current situation. So there are painters downstairs in my house doing the stairs. They're painting the stairs, which means I can't go downstairs because it's being painted. So I'm stuck in the attic in the studio until the paint dries, which I'm told can take several hours. I can't leave the house. I can't go get food. I'm just stuck up here live streaming for you all. I didn't generate this, I'm sure.
I did. That was my impression when you said you're stuck at home doing the podcast. So when I think of Brage at home, it's kind of something like this, right?
Yes, that's exactly how it looks. Okay, so I'm just going to jump into a section I like to call What Just Shipped. And in this section, we can talk about what just shipped. So,
can you zoom in a bit, Brage?
Yes, I can zoom in a bit, like this. Do you like it?
Perfect. Yeah, great.
Yeah. No, so we have 3 new models this week and last. We have GPT 5.1, we have Gemini 3, and then this week, actually yesterday, we shipped Opus 4.5 from Claude, from Anthropic. And you can select any of these now from your model picker in Tana.
And what's your impression of them?
I'll tell you in a second, because I'm very much liking one of them more than the other. So for those of you who don't know how to use the model picker in Tana, you can press space in Tana to chat with any part of your knowledge, and it'll bring it up in context. But because in Tana everything's just a node, if I wanted to chat about something else, I can just take this out, and now this is a pure AI chat like you experience everywhere else. Super powerful. Use AI anywhere. You can also click this button here to ask about the content that you're on. Now, once you're in the chat, you can go to this button here, the model picker, and choose which model you want to chat with. And we divide them up by the cost of using them. And also now you can see which reasoning level that we're choosing for each model, from low to high. I'm always afraid that my model is going to read too little, so I choose high. I'm sorry, Tana accounting team, for the costs I incur. So that's how you choose a model, and now you can ask important questions and not waste tokens. With don't look. You're right. That shouldn't happen. This is what happens when you have experimental Tana running during a live stream.
Yes.
I'm just going to hide my screen
Yeah.
for a second and pretend nothing at all happened here. Don't worry about it. And I'm sure the chat is being rational and not taking anything out of context.
I can
Right.
I can share mine if you like, Brage, in the meantime.
Yes, I'll bring up your screen. Just 1 second here. Here we go. All right, so there we go. So that's the model. Now,
Yeah.
mobile update. We shipped this as well. New Siri support, which works perfectly from our end, as long as you and Siri agree on what Tana sounds like. Hey, Tana,
Yeah.
Tana. Oh, yeah, anyways, great stuff. And there's a mobile widget. Now, I have made a short demo video to showcase one of the coolest things, I think, with this update, which is the ability to set up like shortcuts through iOS shortcuts and automations for Tana. So if you just pause here for a second, this is a fun story time
Yeah.
moment. So this is a peek behind the curtain in Tana. In Tana, one of the ways Olav Sindre keeps on top of what the team is working on and how everyone is doing is that each Friday, we all answer a set of nodes called Friday Questions, which comes to his personal Today page through a live search. Now, I say each Friday, but it shouldn't be called Friday questions because inevitably he has to chase them down on Sunday and Monday. And these questions come in after he's nagged the team. So he started to send like threatening messages early on Friday, like, don't waste my time, let me get these in time. Um,
Yeah.
Understandably. I've made an automation in my own Tana so that automatically, and you can play this now, at 3 p.m. on
Yeah.
Friday, Tana basically triggers the Friday questions node and asks me those questions. So I have to start answering them straight away. And the cool thing
That's
about using
great.
automations like this is that you can trigger them using anything. It could be when I arrive at home, when I do this action in this app. So it's super cool. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the model update in a nutshell.
That's great, and yes, very powerful shortcuts too. I mean, clearly, just to be able to identify specific super tags that you're capturing to,
Yeah.
really, yeah. I go for a walk at lunchtimes and find I'm using it more and more for just rather than just general capture specific things like, hey, let me do that task, or let me think about that, or particular ideas from books as well. So really nice update. So yeah, cool to see.
Yeah,
Next one.
absolutely. I agree. And I'm just going to switch back to my screen. Everything's working fine now. Again, you can hide yours. And I'll actually hide yours.
Great.
So I have control. Yeah. I use the one that I use the most, the widget I use the most is actually the weekly meeting. No, excuse me, the meeting super tag. So that if I have a
Yeah.
meeting in person, I just start that with one button click. Another small thing, checkbox in global search. If you use Command S or the search in the sidebar, you can get up a global search to your top, and you can now see the state of checkbox. However, the second we had this, I wanted to be able to click the checkboxes,
Yeah. Yeah.
the search, which you can't yet, but still, it's super useful to get that info straight up and center. And I'm just trying to rush through. Yeah, progress wheel sidebar. This is super convenient, and there's a slight tease here. Ooh, ooh. I'm just going to go here. So this is what the progress wheel looks like, and if I open this, I shift click this this list of tasks. As I check the components of this list, the subtasks here, you can actually see that the progress bar here and the progress wheel here starts to fill in. And once they're all done, there is a beautiful little check mark here, which stays around to show you like the state of your tasks. And I just want to say for this doesn't have to be tasks. This is anything with a checkbox. So in my real Tana, I have one to see like bugs I've reported. Are they still open? Have they been done? What's the state of launch items? Have they been checked off? Are they launched? A lot of cool things you can have in the sidebar.
Yeah, and imagine if you've got more than one in the sidebar, like 3 or 4 different things, it's really good for general status at any given moment, as well as motivation to get things done.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
thought
Like
about
this. You can just see like at a glance what's happening in your Tana. Like I just
yeah,
pinned this
nice.
and now I see this. Okay, yeah, great. Also, offline. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, last few months, good to get out the door.
Yes. But I have to say something, and we talked about this before the live stream, that like I used this a lot while testing before we launched it. But since we've tested, I actually haven't used offline a single time. So I think,
Yeah,
like for me, like I think the value of offline is actually just knowing that it's there, but then never
yeah.
using it because I'm mostly online. How about yourself?
A bit of a safety net. Yeah, probably when I fly. But even then, I noticed that a few airlines are upgrading to Starlink as we speak. So it's going to be less
Oh,
and less of
really?
an issue. But certainly, yeah, great to have. And yeah, I believe in the power of the internet. So it's kind of it's nice to be online, but clearly, yeah, when it's not available, certainly a big safety net that's really useful. And clearly, great to see the response and just the like satisfying to deliver something that's been so requested from the community over the last few years as well. So that was kind of probably the biggest highlight for me was actually seeing the number one thing that people have requested actually just get delivered, which is awesome.
Yes. Yes, I agree completely.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I don't. Oh, see, there's a feedback on the progress wheel from Andrew says it would be good if you have a set to invert it for bugs, where it shows how many checkboxes are unchecked. All right, I'm sure the team is watching, so that's feedback.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, awesome stuff. Now I'm just going to
Great.
hide the sidebar. Well, it's completely gone. That's magical. That's a sneak peek. Okay. Anyways, go back to the agenda, and that is the what's been shipped section, and
Good.
let's jump over to the community.
Yeah, great. So obviously a lot going on at the moment, and as always, there's a lot of things that happen. Brage, do you know the world's greatest YouTube playlist?
No, is that my playlist of videos I've made?
Yes, not karaoke songs or anything like
No.
that. It's this one. So yeah, if you just expand that note, that is the Tana playlist curated by Theo, and it's every single video that's been ever released about Tana, and it's 543 videos so far,
Oh,
and
wow.
counting right back to the early days with our early ambassadors and community, all the way through to now, and just a great resource to have. And obviously, they keep the best one for the top, as you can see there. But no, you can see all the good ones from Ev and Simon and Nick, who have been on a tear as well lately. So, and yeah, recent ones, Rachel, T-tracking, so many good ones in there. So awesome work from Theo. If you're looking for a way to learn Tana or get on top of what's been going on, I recommend subscribing to the playlist.
That's awesome. Hey, do you see that the thumbnail for this live stream isn't AI generated like it usually is?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of a change. I'm kind of the I like the movie themes that you do.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the switch.
This is foreshadowing. This is foreshadowing.
Right.
All right.
Okay,
let's
good.
jump on.
Yeah.
Crack on.
I just want to also give a few shout outs to a few people. So Nick and Simon have been, yeah, as I said, on a tear with different things. They've been doing a lot of cool things for different types of audiences in Tana. This one was from a while ago, but they did a real focus on businesses and people who are running their own business in Tana. So worth having a look at that in your spare time or when you've got time. Simon, too, has been doing some really cool workflows and yeah, click to next, Brage there.
You haven't liked the video, man.
This is from your account, I think. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Embarrassing, man.
Yeah. So this one's from Simon. He's talking about how to get things done with some agents in Tana and building some cool workflows as well. So I like the idea of getting unblocked and getting things out the door, which is really nice. And Simon's been doing some really thoughtful and systematic workflows, which has been cool to see. Also, again, another one from Nick up next. And if you're a builder in Tana and kind of exploring the frontier of what can be done, this one really pushes the limits of that. So it's not for beginners, but it shows all the potential things that can be done, and particularly in relation to templates as well. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Have you liked
these two. Yes, I have. Well, I'm going to. I watched it 3 times, but likes doesn't necessarily mean that's the ultimate measure, is it, Brage?
Oh, it helps the algorithm, certainly.
It does, yeah. Good. Fierce released his full Tana commands mastery course on YouTube too. So a free course that goes through in detail how to use Tana commands, set them up, all the possibilities with them, as well as all the ways to build. So very great resource that's available to everyone, and very worthy of a like if you've got a spare thumb.
Yeah, I noticed you've just watched the first video. Sorry, I'm gonna stop picking on you. You have actually watched more of them, so I'm just picking on you.
No, I watched them all. In fact, I helped put this together in some ways. I was the dummy case or test case for a lot of these things, and then he worked with Andrew on it as well. So saw a lot of the early drafts. I said he should name it for Commands for Dummies, but then I didn't want to take it too personally when he said otherwise. So yeah, that's good.
All right.
Next one, I just want to give a shout out to John Wilkinson, who created a new tool in Tana and shared it in the community about, it's like a research tool, and using Tana to explore new topics and using AI to, generate new ideas on a particular topic, and then to, synthesize them down, to aggregate them, I think he calls it, which is, aggregation there. So, it reminds me of that, explore, exploit idea, or, broad search and then narrow refinement. And he's got a really nice system for that that's available for anyone who's doing research or exploring a particular idea or area. So really worth checking out. That's in the community too. And I think I'll put a link into it in the resources.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this looks very advanced at the just having a look, but really interesting to read the comment in the community. So let's share the GovTA.
Yeah, wasn't too hard to conceptualize actually looking at it, so worth a look. Just want to also give a shout out to Andy. Andy has been doing a lot in the community. He's a student and has built some really advanced workflows. This one, just small improvements to his day and processes for recording his notes. This one uses build title from fields to set the course title as he captures his notes automatically. Really impressive way to build stuff, and he does so many of these small little things, and great contributor to the community. So just want to say shout out to him too.
That's a really interesting thing he's doing here, because as some people that build commands know, you can use these title expressions or prompt expressions in a lot of commands. Here he's actually using that to run a specific keyboard command for each node that he's running on. That's super cool.
Yeah, very thoughtful. Good. Right. Let's keep moving. Yeah.
Let's keep moving.
Live events. Yeah. We've had a lot of live events. Yeah. Great. So just want to highlight some of these that we've been doing, as well as what's to come. So first series that we've been doing every 2 weeks, led by Mark Midlick, and he has been doing a live build session. And essentially it is, we give Mark 60 minutes to build something from scratch to a completed workflow. And the workflows themselves are ones that we come up with that we know that people want. Or more recently, Mark had a great idea of going out to ask people from the community for workflows that they want or are stuck with. And so he will meet with someone during the week, record a one-on-one session with them, explore their particular case, and then in the session build a part of their workflow for them, or in a more complete way, build a whole workflow that matches a similar theme. So really awesome sessions. You get to see Tana hands-on with a really detailed builder who knows commands and everything else very well. And we always try and start from a pretty blank slate, showing off the finished product up front, and then Mark starts and goes for it. So
super cool.
Really good.
Where can people find these?
There's a page on Tana Learn, and we'll also put out a note in the Tana Current for this as well.
Awesome. All right.
Yes, and that was the last one actually, just where we spoke about some of the ways or concepts of databases and how they relate to Tana. So one-to-one connections, one-to-many, how you can model them in Tana if you're coming from a database background. So it can be very specific too, as well as talking about general principles of Tana, which is really awesome.
Awesome.
And this is Mark, in the zone, getting it done. Yeah, this is him from the last session, about to launch. I took a screenshot just as he was about to go.
Awesome.
Next series, this one is Tana Learn Live, and this is Theo who has been running these and doing a great job. And essentially this is an exploration of the core concepts of Tana linked to the docs. So we're essentially going through docs and particular things in Tana that are really fundamental and exploring them in detail. So what is an outliner, what are search nodes, all the details of search nodes, like this one, which was our last one, well attended as well last week. And it was essentially 10 of the most impactful search queries that you could build, and Theo built them from scratch live for people so they could understand how how they get built, and work through the kind of concepts of the search node as well. So yeah, if you're thinking about trying to expand your understanding of Tana as well as get a handle on the fundamentals and concepts, absolutely worth exploring.
Awesome. Yeah, this is
this is Theo in full flight too. He likes to use his hands more than Mark, as you can see in the photo. But yeah, this is essentially what we ran through. We ran through each of different types of search nodes and what you could do with them. So great resource if you're learning how to build.
Amazing. Okay. Next one up.
Yes. Just want to shout out to Ev and our Tana drop-in sessions for beginners, or really anyone. But essentially, we have 2 of these a week, where at designated time, it's like an office hours essentially, where you can come in, ask questions, see Ev demo stuff, and Ev will talk through some of the details. This one was from yesterday, I think, and essentially Ev's just talking through her day node and meeting process as well. So it must have been a few questions on that, and Ev's just jumped in and demoed that. So these ones are not, or they're recorded but sent out to only those who have registered. It seems like a small burgeoning community of people who keep showing up for the series, which is really awesome. So I'll put out a link to them, but there's 2 a week, which are worthwhile.
Awesome. And what's next?
Final one. Yeah, just wanted to shout out to the next session that we have running, which is next week, and that's one of Mark's, where he's just announced a session on journaling. So not just journaling for recording ideas, but actually being pretty thoughtful about it to how do we progress from just journaling to something of use? So, how do you kind of aggregate that information, review it, make it something, and do something with it, rather than just having a scratch pad of just general stuff you've collected.
Do you journal, Mark? Matt. Do you journal?
I don't, Frank. No. No, of course I do. I do that thing, Matthew Dix, his name is, no relation. He has a thing called Homework for Life. And essentially it's every day you try and note down 1 or 2 memorable things, and that over time gives you the basis for a lot of great stories. I do it with my kids a lot, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Particular sayings they've done or insights, or I also do it for advanced physics, where I just note down the things that come to mind when
great, new ideas for physics, things they should check out. Right. Great. Yeah, I'm glad you're on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So last section here.
Yeah. All right. So we also had a few fun things in person since last Tana Current, and most of it happened in San Francisco. And this one particularly was at Berkeley. So we had a Tana Cafe, which was essentially a group of the team set it up, and a lot of students showed up. Reddy was there as well, which was really awesome, and just got to hang out and make stuff in Tana and so forth. And then the big one as well, was Dreamforce. So I might hand over to you to tell me what happened here.
Yeah, I can talk about this. Yeah, so a bunch of us actually, some Tanarians, Aurora and Olaf Sindre, are based in San Francisco, at least, partly. But a bunch of us flew over, me and Theo, kind of take over a cafe for 3 days. 2 days outside, 1 day inside, for Dreamforce, which is Salesforce's big conference in SF, where they take over a massive part of the city. A bunch of companies that use Salesforce or all their products within the Salesforce universe come together. So we had a sneaky idea, just that instead of running like Facebook ads or buying like banners, we just give out free coffee and Norwegian waffles. And the coffee has some great like Tana marketing on them. I don't think there's actually a zoomed in picture here. You can see the logo, but you can't see they're really, really neat. And we had all himself. And he's such a salesperson. It's great to see. Like our goal, one of our goals, there were 2, was to get as many of these Tana branded fun cups into the conference, so people started noticing. And like you could see that his kind of salesperson gene clicked on, because he was the most efficient coffee giver outer I've ever seen. Like stopping people like from like yards away. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it was great. The other goal was that we wanted to get people to download and use Tana for the conference. So Theo actually made some great templates for showing here. for the conference, so that people could like record when they meet someone interesting, like networking, and basically
Yeah.
capture everything, what they want to do next steps in Tana, and also for like recording lectures and speeches. So basically, you use that Tana voice, great combination with widgets actually, and just to capture stuff on the go and then put it in your Tana. It processes really well. So both of the goals
Very
were
nice.
like big successes and a lot of fun.
What do you think he was saying in that photo, Brage? As he was
Something
pointing
stupid.
to.
I guarantee
Yes.
something stupid. No, I'm sure it was something super technical about. Yeah, you could actually. Yeah, if you did. Yeah, some technical solution.
I thought it was noise that way. I'm from that
Oh
way.
yeah, yeah. Their offices are that way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Good.
So
Okay.
next
So we've
up,
done all the basic stuff. Yes. And let's get to the real stuff.
yeah. So we've talked about what we've already shipped. We've talked about what's happening in the community. Now let's bring in the head honcho of product development, um, the chief. Just okay. My
Yes.
intro here is going to be cut short. But anyways, let's bring on Ingrid to talk about what's happening in the future of the Tana product. Well done, Brage.
Ho ho ho!
Oh, yay! Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. I'm getting excited about Christmas. I feel
Yes,
like
we
you guys
can.
need to step up your Christmas outfits for the next time.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
We do. We got one more chance, Brage, this year.
Yes, we do.
I
There's a
mean,
beautiful
not your
background.
excuse. Your excuse,
Huh?
not that you guys have no snow, but Brage, yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
I'm so sorry. What do I have? Anything?
Yeah.
Nothing festive. No, I'm sorry. This is as festive as I get.
All right.
Great.
So I will try to give a quick glimpse into what we're doing and what's coming in Tana over the coming weeks. So largely, our work is kind of divided in two parts. So one is continuing to improve the way Tana works, like right now, how it looks, how it's working, doing quick fixes and paper cuts and just making it better for you. And our focus has been a lot on improving the new user experience lately. I think right now we are shifting a little bit back to more advanced users, power users, and really trying to just improve the everyday experience of using Tana. Then the second part, where we have had a lot of work ongoing behind the scenes or under the hood for a long time as well, is improving the AI experience in Tana and making Tana really the best place to work with your data as context without having to copy paste back and forth. So that's the kind of overall theme, but let's dive into a few of the concrete things that are getting ready to ship now. Awesome. So the first thing is what we call recents, and this is a new item in your sidebar that is kind of pre-built. It is a search node, but it has some special magic as well. And it will show you the last 100 most recently edited nodes that you have touched. And the goal is to make it easier for you to jump back into things that you have been working on or find them again without having to set up search nodes or search, and really kind of work through your day with the things that you have in progress. As part of this effort, we have kind of made some under the hood improvements as well. And one of the problems that we have been struggling a little bit with in Tana is that everything is a node, which is very powerful, but sometimes it can also be a little bit frustrating because we treat everything the same. So what we have done here is also try to make Tana smarter in terms of understanding what is an object or an entity and what is just a node within an entity that is not as important if you are kind of searching or looking high level at your nodes. So recents is based on what we call entities, which, for example, all tagged nodes are entities, all direct children of the library are entities, anything captured from mobile is an entity. And we'll share more details on this. But this is a way to kind of ensure that what is shown in recents is actually relevant and not just a list of 100 nodes that are inside a bigger note. Then we also have a few more upgrades to the sidebar, and we briefly talked about this new UI stuff in the last Tana current, and it's taken some time. We've had to rejig a few things, but this is getting ready to ship very soon, and we are kind of applying it on top of the current experience, so it shouldn't be very disruptive, but should be kind of nice addition. The first thing, and thank you, Brage, for the spoiler, is a fully collapsible sidebar, so that
I love this.
You can really concentrate on the content. I also love this. I use it all the time now when I'm kind of going deep on something. So it's just like we're keeping the button to open collapse the sidebar. We're keeping the mini bar, but you can now click an extra time to fully collapse it and then just click again to bring it back. So yes. Then we have also added in something a lot of users have requested, quite a few recently, actually, and that's resizing of the sidebar. So in combination with the ability to expand and collapse things, this works quite well if you kind of want to go deep in your tree directly from the sidebar, or find that thing that is missing here. So you can kind of resize it how you want. This will also stay persistent if you reload. And you can go back to the default width if you want with this command, reset sidebar width.
Yeah.
Then we're adding in some new things here, but we've also added the ability to hide these hard-coded things on the top of the sidebar. And we know that some people really want to tailor the sidebar and they don't really use all of these things all the time. So it's now possible to hide them. And if you want to bring them back later, you can either do Command K, toggle AI chat in sidebar or whatever item you want to bring back, or you can find them all in setting and preferences.
Yeah. Yeah, I hide most things. I never use my sidebar to get to my AI chats and my super tags, so I really like the fact that I can hide them.
Then we have done a facelift of the whole interface and overhaul the UI colors. First and foremost, to improve kind of readability and highlight the content, but also make Tana look more modern and sleek. And we really hope that you will like this once you get used to it. Any change like this is, of course, can feel a little bit disruptive, but I think it's been unanimous in the team that once we've gotten used to it, we really think these new styles are better. And this is both in light mode and dark mode.
Yeah, I'm a dark mode user, and I have to say the new colors are just great. It feels so much better.
Yeah, but
so
some interesting
the
feedback
double dopplers
we had was that people who were light mode users actually now like the new dark mode better. So that's
I suppose it's less kind of like super dark and contrasty. It feels a bit softer. And the double doppler says it looks very similar. Excuse me. And yes, I think like all the changes that are subtle and thought through like this will feel similar.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we didn't want to change everything either.
It's still light and dark mode, so there are some boundaries to that, I guess.
Yeah.
Then another thing that we have wanted to improve for a long time and finally have gotten to is filtering. And this is still kind of being tweaked and tested, but we're introducing a new filter toolbar, which is going to be one line with everything you need to kind of create the view that you want and quickly also change filters. So it's going to have the search filter on title always available and make it very easy to change the search, which it was not before. And also before you had to go into the context menu and change things and go back and so on. So right now we have new buttons here for group, sort, and display, and also a separate filter button and showing the applied filters. So you can easily change those or remove those and so on. You can also, of course, show and hide the whole filter toolbar from the context menu. And there's this blue color indicating that something is applied, which you can also see in the context menu if there is a filter or a sort applied.
Yeah. This is part of one of those small things that in sum makes for a lot of a smoother Tana experience. So I really like this one.
Then moving into the other area that I talked about, and I don't have a ton of concrete things here yet, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the vision overall, is improving AI in general. And it's been such an exciting week with all these 3 new models shipping, and we actually see that they work a lot better. So we did a cleanup in the model selector. We added reasoning levels, which is great. And we're going to continue doing stuff like that now. So our ambition is that we want to make Tana the best tool for working with AI while staying in context and having your notes and your data available. So some of the themes and problems that we are working on is how to make it easier to use your notes as context and get the context you want. How can we be more efficient when it comes to token use? When you have large context nodes and have multiple chat messages with it. How can we become the best tool for more advanced prompt engineering? Because we can actually, you can have your prompts, reuse them and so on. Improving the model selector, looking into, can we support more media? Also voice is a big thing for us. So we are continuing to invest in that. And of course, we know that everyone is waiting for AI chat with your home workspace. It's not a trivial feat to do, and we want to avoid that it just becomes kind of a token drain without giving you actually the results you need. So that's why it's taking a little bit of time. Then we are noting and triaging all of the bugs and frustrations that are being reported in the community. So thank you to everyone for the patience and taking the time to report them. We are, of course, using Tana for this. So we have a whole system of bug tags and quick fixes tags. We even have a what the fuck tag. Tana is a complex tool. And that also means that some things are not trivial to fix, because touching something will have repercussions in a lot of other areas that we would then need to deal with. But we are trying to pick out the things that can be quick fixes and that we could change quite easily. So hopefully you'll see more of these being shipped now. And Brage, you mentioned the checkbox state and search. We have a few more coming that have been fixed in these last few days, like that you could select multiple nodes and pin all of them. That we will expose the Tana credits in the GPT log monitor, so you can see exactly how many credits your prompt or query took. So hopefully we can crunch out a few more of these going forward. Then, on the note of working with your data as context for AI, we have one more thing, and I'll hand it back to Brage for this one.
Oh, I'm so excited. Ingrid, just for technical reasons here, I might throw you off stage. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay. It was so nice to have you on there. Thank you so much for the update. That was great. All right. I'm just going to jump straight in. Bye. Just you and me, Matt. Oh,
great.
So exciting.
Yeah.
So this is low key. I'm just going to hide my toolbar, sidebar complete here. So we have focus. This is low key, one of the changes that has been most fun recently. We've played with it a couple of days, and there's a fun story before we bring on a little helper to help us with the kind of sharing the joy of this feature. All right, no more teasing. So we've had image generation in Tana for a long while, and it was fun when we first got it, but it's been kind of outdated. Yeah, like I haven't really used it. Now, if I just start by saying, set a banner image here, I'll set up an infographic here. Now, I'm not going to beat around the bush here. We have added Nano Banana Pro to Tana.
Right. Yeah.
So now,
awesome.
Basically, you can do like all your image gen, set all your banners. You can make like infographics or summaries or comics or whatever explanation you need using the best image gen model that's on the market. And it's just the bee's knees, man. It's so much fun. So for like, just if you have like a complex set of notes, just getting like immediate summaries and infographics, whiteboard summaries like this one, or setting, like I have like a watercolor prompt that I use for banner images that I just love. I'll show you, like, because we already have like generate images, a baked in command that you can use on anything. So if I use generate images like this with AI, it'll just read the context here, just the name. I think we're upgrading it to read the children as well, and generating images from that context. But the thing, this is Tana, so you can basically write your own image gen and use like multiple commands in a row to get exactly what you like. So for my perfect banner, I have a basic command that basically like looks at the context but uses watercolors the way I've engineered it that I like it. For the infographics as well, I've customized the prompt, but it's now just one button because I've made this into like a Tana command. But I teased yesterday that my this, I'm going to keep this up because there's a fun part of this. I teased that my favorite use case for Opus was actually redacted. And my favorite use case for Opus is actually generating great prompts from difficult like context. Because I think Opus 4.5, one of the things it does well is that it give it like a style guide. Like, these are the set of styles that I like. Choose the most fitting one here, and then like write a prompt for this like context. And then I set that on to Nana Banana. And then, it's just, great because you can string together these models for different providers. Now, before we bring on Theo to show us some great templates that people will get when this releases next week, so they can play around with this without having to do any of that prompt engineering. He's basically built those commands for people so they can try them. I just want to say that the reason this isn't shipped today, or one of the reasons, is that Theo has actually generated so many pictures in making this that he's overloaded our kind of token capacity with the provider. So we have to kind of make a different upgrade our subscription to the token provider to provide this. So I'm glad this happened before this got out, but that's the reason you see this image generation failed here. So the token users, we're waiting for them to reset. Okay, should we just bring him in?
Yeah, sure. You can really see the difference when you like upgrade the model, like the same idea applied in a different way with a new capacity, and it really comes alive. So it's really cool.
Yeah, like this, just having like better banners and stuff is great. It's a lot of fun. It doesn't add like direct, I guess, value, but it does make your Tana look great, which is just, it feels good. It feels good to have a project with a cool banner. But this stuff like this, being able to take complex knowledge and have perfect text and a perfect summary of, the thing that you've been writing about or transcribing, this is just super powerful. Okay.
It even got the boy in the attic. Right.
Did it get the boy in the attic part?
Yes, it did. It's missing the man in the cave, but
it didn't get the man in the cave, I'm afraid. Okay, let's bring in Leo. I hope he's ready. Let's see this. Jump scare him. Hey, Theo.
Hello. I'm so sad I don't have the same festive background as Ingrid had. Like,
no, yours is very plain.
You've got a lot of effort, Theo.
Yeah, of course, always.
Okay, so tell us what you've made and how are you enjoying the Nana Banana Pro and Tana so far?
Yeah,
except
like
for
you
breaking
said,
it for everyone.
Yeah, like you said, I spent this week probably using it way too much. So I think I have about like 500 generations or more, maybe 600. I think some really good commands have come out of it. At least I really love them. So I thought I'd show some of them. And I've had, for the first one, I've had the transcription running for this whole event. I thought that would be a cool use case. Like, what does it look like if I run this? And these commands have all of the transcripts automatically included in the context. So I thought like we have one set of commands which are like infographics, and we have different ones. So Matt, which one do you want here for the
event? Let's do the system diagram. Or bento maybe. Yeah, either one.
Bento overview. Okay, let's do the system diagram. I like that one.
Okay, all right.
So what's really amazing about these, which Brage has kind of put into words better than me, but it's that like we're pushing a bunch of context to this model now. And Nano Banana is the first one. First of all, like it can write text really well. So it barely makes mistakes on that. And the other thing is it can like really understand the information well and condense it into an image. Almost like it makes me believe this is the best model for information, like understanding information.
Wow. Can you zoom in for us on that?
Yes.
Wow, hey.
So here's one of the visualizations, like infographic visualization we can have.
That's actually excellent.
This
That's
is
impressive.
really, really good, right? So
Right,
imagine
that would
running
take
this
me 3
on...
weeks.
Yeah, exactly. And it looks good. I'll show you some other things that can look even better, like the banner images. You can really make some really good designs with this as well.
Yeah.
But imagine running this on meetings if you want like a visual meeting summary. And I'll show you some more examples that like this is very text heavy. But let's see. I have a book here with some of my notes in it. So Brage, which one are we going for?
Napkin.
Oh wait, no napkin, because napkin will be the next one. So everyone but napkin, Brage, and not system diagram.
Whiteboard explainer then.
Whiteboard explainer. Let's do it. I'll do a cartoon as well. I thought you would go for the cartoon strip, so I'll do a cartoon strip.
No. And while this is generating, do the next one as well.
Do the next one as well. So like I just had some very small ideas. So the thought here is like showing that this can actually take like very little context and add something to it as well. So I'll do the napkin on these 3. So now you can see why I'm using all of the image gens. So here's more of the whiteboard style for the getting things done book. I really love this one. Like more drawings, more like visualizations of things, and this is really, really good, I think. So I'm definitely doing this on all of my books and my highlights coming in from Readwise into Tana, because it will be like personalized to what I thought was really interesting in the books.
I mean, it just shows. Imagine if you've been collecting your ideas over the last few years, and then all of a sudden this just gets connected to it. It's just supercharged that whole, like the value of the whole thing.
Yeah, for sure.
We run a lot of processes for the content team and the marketing of Tana in Tana. So like I haven't set this up yet because we haven't launched like since we got this. But I actually have, so this is a lie, I have actually used this for this already, is that you could set up commands for like, all right, this is the launch we're doing today. Like make some sketches of marketing assets, make a plan for how we should spread this, and just get ready to like use the content that you're actually working on and not try to copy paste it. Keep the structure, the date fields, the like status, whatever is interesting, and related features, and send that and get like whatever it is that you need. Super powerful to have this in Tana. It will eat through your AI credits like nothing else. You're going to use all your credits on this. At least that's my experience so far.
Yeah. It's like generating the images costs a bit, but sending a lot of context is actually very cheap still. So like the difference between the cost of like a very short sentence and a huge meeting transcript is very little. So I've been loving that a lot. Yeah.
I take from that too the fact that essentially it would be expensive if you didn't have the context and you would get a worse result. Whereas in Tana, with the context, it's pretty much the same price, but you get very specific info, which is great.
Yeah, it's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. And then I've added cartoon as kind of a fun one into the infographics, but actually I really love it. Like if you want to fun spin on understanding something, it can be a really awesome one.
I mean, David Allen, comic book, incredible.
Yeah. And then, I also really like these ones. Like it's cool with like all of this like heavy information, very information dense, but there's something about like napkin sketches and like hand sketches that can be like really like change your mind on something. So here I've done on information, not documents. And you can see like kind of document structure versus something more like Tana, which I like, it just feels really good. This one on like the instead of asking how do I make this succeed, you can then instead ask how do I guarantee this? How would I guarantee this fails, and then do the opposite. I think that one is also really cool. And for example, the retrieval problem. So like these napkin sketches as well was a really cool exploration, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've generated some commands. They do infographics, you have banner images, and what's the third one? Graphic design?
Yeah, I'll show you the banner images first. So I've created one template pack will have like these different banner image styles. I think they came together quite well. But what's also super cool about this is like I've made the prompt once and I've just done these 3 generations really quickly, but it will stay consistent across all of your generations, right? So it's really good at prompt, like adhering to the prompts. And in Tana, like you just do it once and you can have that command anywhere, running it on everything and anything. Like it's really, really cool. And you can upgrade the prompts over time. Like it's a really good like prompt library in Tana. And I'll have more on that later too.
Awesome.
So
this is really
many
cool.
different styles.
What's that black one?
Yeah, it's ASCII art.
ASCII, yeah. Amazing.
And then show us the graphic design one, and then after that, I think we should let people discover the rest of them once they get. Okay, fair enough. We'll let people discover these.
It was for you, Brage. It was for you. I knew you would be curious about that one.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
So I think this one will be really, really, really cool.
Obviously, there's a small thing that's added to Tana, but the reason we're so excited is that it's generally one of the things that's made it most fun to work in my knowledge for a long time. Just like the ability of making something pretty with good prompt adherence is great. And I'll add one more thing. I'll add 2 more things. One a limitation, one a power. One thing is that in Tana, you can set which image size you want to generate. You can obviously set if you need like just a banner image, that can just be standard 1K size. Works fine, looks great in context. But if you want to make something from your knowledge and use it elsewhere, we actually allow you to, at least I think we do internally, generate images in 4K as well, which is super high, like high def. You can take your knowledge, generate it in an image that is useful to use somewhere else, and download it and use it however you like, or use it in Tana Publish if you want to share stuff, which is just great. Yeah,
agree.
It's not restricted to the templates that you're providing there. You're just giving people, they can put them in their own commands and build their own. This is just also just a easy way to get going, right?
Will you make it easy for people? Will you make it easy for people to kind of edit the prompts if they want to?
Yeah, it's as easy as Tana is. So just edit the command and you'll see the prompt and you can do whatever you want with it. You can, like what I'm doing is like duplicating the previous prompt, switching out some stuff. Like it's really, really, really nice.
I would recommend Vis's command course if you'd like to brush up on it and give it a like on YouTube for Brage, and that'd be an easy way to get going. So it's standard primitives from Tana that are now applied to Nano Banana, which is really a powerful way to think.
Yeah. This is great. Really excited to get people this so they can play around with it. I'm sure we're going to see some really fancy and cool Tana Publish pages and Tana setups using this. And obviously baked in, so when you create templates, you can make banner images commands to make like all the things that people make more beautiful. A lot of fun. We have a question here, which is a big one. When will we have a chat-like notion that understands everything and can build everything for us, basically? Yeah. I'll put this really briefly. We want this. This is cool. This is obviously something that we're mindful of. Like we're making amazing things for Tana, and like we've announced some things that are cool that are coming, and a lot of small fixes that we're doing to make the general Tana experience better. But trust us when we say like Tana is going to be the best place to work with AI, with your notes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'd also throw back to what Ingrid was talking about with AI and the workspace. We clearly understand that would be the kind of the resolution of a lot of the stuff we've been working on, and we're definitely aiming to get there. So with the power of nodes and being able to talk to them all and have the context of them all, you can kind of start to see it with things like this with Nano Banana, where you can see the power of having a context as the connector to AI as opposed to it being a separate tool. So yeah, totally understand the ambition of that and can't wait as well.
Yeah, and I'll add, like, there are easy and bad ways we could do this, and then there's like good and hard ways we could do this, and we're trying to aim towards good and hard, is well say. That's my last thing. Okay. Awesome. Anything else you want to say, Theo? Or
No, super excited to get my quota reset and generate some more.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for showing up.
Yeah.
Thank you for dressing up the backdrop and making.
Yeah. You made up for it. That was great. Thanks, Theo.
Okay. All right. That was it. That was a Tana current for the ages.
Yes, it's easy to get kind of complacent with a lot of the stuff that happens with AI because so much comes out. But when you see something like that, it just revolutionizes all the things we've been doing for a long time. And if we had that, say, 3 years ago, you'd look at it and think, oh my God, we live in the future. What is this?
It's sorcery. It feels like sorcery when you see it. Yeah. No, I'll say, like, we do a lot of changes in Tana. We improve the product itself and make it like better each day. We try to fix problems and add things, but like some things like Tana, the most better, like the best improvements are just let's put on a banana or an opus, which for me was a huge upgrade in text work. Let's just put these things inside Tana, and then the power of Tana makes those things better. So this has been a lot of fun too. I can't wait to see what people do with it. When will the update? Like, to get this question up on the screen, when will the update with Nano Banana go live? Well, we'll see how many tokens Theo burns over the weekend. We'll see what happens with the quotas. So TBD, but soon. There's no it's ready. We just need
it's ready. Yeah, in testing.
We have to divide the tokens equally between the whole of the Tana community and Theo and find the right balance before we ship it.
Excellent. Great. Okay. And next month, just a quick shout out, we're going to have a few things, and we'll probably have a founder AMA as well, as we normally do for the end of the year as part of many things coming. So Brage, very excited about that too, and more details to come.
Yeah, you sound really excited. Okay. It's going to be cool. There's so many things we're not able to talk about that are great and fun and exciting. But we hope you like the things that are coming. We hope you like the upgrades that we're making to the Tana look and experience. And what should we say? How do we end this?
It's only one way.
Should we just